yet.
Take two.
All right, let's see.
Go on, keep pressing buttons. You'll get the right one
You
eventually.
know, eventually
That's what I
something's
do.
going to happen.
That's what I do. It's like that old quote. You give 1,000 monkeys 1,000 typewriters, and given enough time, they'll produce the complete works of Shakespeare. You
It's
know what?
true.
I read an interesting news article. Well, no, you say that. I read an interesting news article. Some scientists recently did a study and disproved that theory. And I'm like, okay,
Wait.
what world do we live in where you got funding to do that particular study for a start? And secondly, why? Just leave us happy in our ignorant bliss, repeating the same old tosh over and over again when we're on content streams. Because now I feel I can't say it without the risk of someone saying, "Aha!" But in
Yeah,
2024, a
someone for
study was
sure
published.
will.
Let me tell you something about that, Ian. My father was a history teacher, but he also taught current events. And for some reason, he did these like questions, these things for his class. He was a high school teacher,
Hmm.
and he used a typewriter up until he retired in 2007. Typewriter, 4 o'clock in the morning, bing, 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 bing. My whole life waking me up. You brought that up, and that's all I could think about was my father is typewriter up until 2007,
Yeah.
like a fool.
Wow. Wow. My mum used to use a typewriter. She was a secretary back when she was working, which was before my time. I never knew her to be, I always knew her to be a mum, and she didn't work, and my dad worked. But yeah, she used to be a secretary, and so she had a typewriter. She eventually graduated to an electric one, but I don't
Yeah.
think she ever really got on with it. But she used to love it, and she knew all the secretarial shorthand as well. So
That's weird.
she'd write
Yeah,
notes, and it'd be like finding some alien language, like the one
it's
that
completely different.
Sam Witwicky sees in Transformers 2. It's like it's that thing. Sorry, that's a really random pop culture pull, but my
It's all
daughter's
good.
really gotten into Transformers, and we watched the first one last weekend. She got halfway through the second one before she said, "I feel a bit sick. Can we turn it off?" Because it's all a bit fast and a bit video gamey. So yeah, so I think that might be the end of that little experiment. Even though we went out
That's
to
pretty funny.
we went out to the local thrift shops, charity shops, whatever you call them over there, and we managed to find the first 4 Transformers movies for like $1 each on
Oh,
DVD or Blu-ray.
now you're talking Tim's language here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right.
No, it was a great. One store had 3 copies on Blu-ray of the third Transformers movie, which probably tells you more something about the third Transformers movie than it does about that particular store. But yeah, they were plentiful, and so we came back armed to the teeth with Transformers movies, and yeah, a fun time was had by all until halfway through the second one.
I think Tim had a antique thrift store come up today. Was that today?
Ian, I had the greatest antique store find. I went home for Thanksgiving and went to an antique spot. So when I had started Slab Strong like 4 years ago at this point, I don't even remember anymore, man. No one even cares. Uh,
I care.
well,
You know
I
that's
always
what?
care.
that's
I care too much.
You
That's,
know
that's
what,
probably
Tim?
my.
Let me stop you right there. I just was going through steps today, and I would like to point out I have known Tim since this.
yeah.
What am I
And
seeing?
so this is, I don't think this is an original Slab Strong package, but now
I had like that was by like the third. That's like the
the light's a little
that's the
bright.
one. That's the one, but that's like the third iteration of it. So
And now
Oh,
we have
goodness me.
BCW.
there's actually another new box. So
Is there a
get over
newer
here.
one than this? So I have both
Yeah,
ends of the spectrum, though.
yeah, they match them. So we have SGC, PSA, and Beckett now. So they want to match all the boxes, and then we'll do CGC soon. So I don't even know. It's tomorrow here, I think, Ian. So I don't know. I'm tired.
And
You're in the no, you're in the past. Hang on. No, Amanda's in the
Yeah,
past. Amanda's still in Friday,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's Saturday morning here.
and not only that, but I'm pretty sure you flew today too, Tim, didn't you? Like,
Well, yesterday.
okay.
Your day today. But hold on, because I'm pretty braggy, Ian. You'll learn this through the thing. I think I'm pretty cool, and I when I needed money to start this all, I sold, which is crazy to say, a bobblehead collection. There was 12 of them, Providence College. I sold them for $1,500. I went back home and there was 5 of them just sitting with no price tag on them. Went upstairs. The guy had to call the person that owned them, and this fool said $20 for the whole lot. They're like $150 a piece. So
Oh wow. Okay.
I don't know if I did the
Nice.
right thing. Actually, I'm probably gonna have some nerd like, let's just like, this is like DK or something like that. That's gonna complain. But what are we gonna do?
Where's home, Tim? Where's home? Where have you where your family are? I'm guessing. Yeah.
My heart will always be in Rhode Island. I live in
Okay.
Nashville now, though.
You're where now?
Nashville, Tennessee.
Nashville. Oh, okay, yeah. So I thought you said the National. I mean, I know you go there every year, but regarding it as home is probably a little bit.
Yeah, no, just camping out in Chicago. Now I'm good with that. Yeah, no. So about almost 2 years ago now, just a couple of different opportunities because of Slab Storm came about, and it brought me to Tennessee. It's been really cool
Nice.
here, though. Yeah.
Nice. Isn't that crazy when something takes off like that?
Yeah, it's a real good situation. Yeah.
Mm.
And I just sit around like, well, Amanda knows I do things. No one ever thinks I do anything, but I do feed. I do feed Dare with my bare hands, right out of the hand. But yeah, we'll get it. Well, I'm sure we'll get into it. But people just think I just do this. It's not easy. I'm gonna forget we're live on like 2 platforms. I've already forgot.
It's fine. It's fine. I don't know. It looks like YouTube is okay, but I don't see any comments over there. So hopefully.
No, I don't. I can see I've got the Instagram feed on one of my browser windows, but
Okay.
I mean, maybe everyone's gone to bed. Maybe everyone Black Friday so hard.
That could be.
That it's just finished them off, and not in a good way.
Yeah,
so yeah,
you
who
can't
knows?
say it.
It's Ian. Ian.
I get you. No, I'm with him.
Oh no,
I'm right there
I'll
with
say that the most inappropriate shit, the anti-woke shit. I'll say most of that quite happily.
Oh, okay.
Amanda's often
Well,
like, I can see Amanda's back opening and shut right now just at the thought of me saying something offensive.
She knows like the inside jokes I have too, though. So she's good people.
I told
I've seen better, but she's good people.
You're such an ass. So. Oh wait, Ian, did I confirm with you that UK Matt is fine?
I saw your after the fact. I wasn't live. Your stream with Billy C, where you opened Guardians 3, I think, and UK Matt. I think you said on that you'd heard from him, or he commented or something. But what's the skinny? Or do you want to tell me afterwards?
I don't know it yet. I tried to bully him into telling me where he went, but he didn't tell me.
Oh,
Hits
okay.
and Chicks, thank you for watching. Hits and Chicks sounds like a Tim friend.
Chicks.
You don't remember Hits and Chicks?
I'd remember Hits and Chicks, trust me.
I know you do.
Listen, I'm wearing a Trolls bobble hat on a stream, so everything I say is suspect.
No, Hits and Chicks is an old school, somebody we know but like won't tell us type of thing. From like years ago, isn't it? I don't know why I'm saying isn't it, like you guys know.
Yeah.
I haven't got a clue. I thought you were talking to Amanda. If ever I pause, I assume you're talking to Amanda.
No one knows at this point.
Hits and Chicks. Watching from Ohio. Slab bumper power. Slab bumper power. Why? I've got to ask this. Okay, because I have PSA's my graded collection of choice, and I don't grade my own cards. I just buy them when someone else has done it. Why? Help me out here. I've never understood this because I keep my PSA slabs. I've got a case, really nice case actually, bloody expensive one. Amanda, you've seen it. I can't remember.
Yeah, it's like a Zion, I think.
It's a what? Sorry.
Is it a Zion case? I think
it is a Zion case. Thank you. The word had escaped me. Not all parts of this are working yet. And I just slide them in, and they're fine. So why? Help me out as a completely new to the concept. I mean, I've been aware they're around, but now I've got you. Why would I need a slab, a bumper slab?
You don't. But here's the thing about me. You don't. My whole thing was when I started this was I just wanted it to look cooler. Like I wanted to be able to do things like this. Like I was able to like hydro dip and custom do that. Like I just wanted it for me. I wanted
That
my
does look good.
collection. Yeah, like this one was really cool. Hydro dipped, and then the card itself is I'll maybe show you that later, but 1930 King Philip.
Nice.
Yeah, it just was about I don't know, I wanted to make it look cooler. Just like now, like Zion, I don't know if you have it's just black or whatever, but they have tons of different colors.
Yeah. No,
So
I went for one of the black options just because that's me. You know, I like it dark and emo,
yeah,
as emo as you can get it, and it's
yeah.
fine.
And so, but that was it, man. I just wanted to make my stuff look cool, and then I tried a 3D printed version of it. It didn't work. It didn't work right. And then I had to get injection molded. Once it was an injection molded, I always had the name Slab Strong, but it was never like literally about protection. I don't know. It just made sense. It just sounded good to me. And people can't say it. They say Strong Slab, which fires me up.
Yeah,
But they're
that's pretty
usually
funny.
over like
Wow.
they're usually over 80. 80 years old, I'm saying. You know what I'm saying, man. And
Yeah.
so no, that's what it was about. There are circumstances where I've seen a slab drop and it not break, and I've seen one with it break. So I say, like, if someone asks me, like, why do I need it or why would I want it? Like, I don't know. First of all, do you want it? Do you think it looks good? Then maybe you want it.
Yeah.
If you're clumsy, maybe you want it. Maybe you're
So
none of it and you just want to support the small business, which I went
I
totally
mean,
corporate now. So
yeah. No. I mean, I get it. It's because not everyone installs and has them the same way. I mean, I'd
mhm.
love to have mine on display. You know, I'd love something on the wall there with them on, but I haven't, quite frankly, and it's difficult to get some of that shit in the UK. But I know a lot of people. Like I think on the wall behind you, you might have some stuff with them on. Can't quite see. It's a very small background, but
yeah,
I've been on
they're
streams
all
with
over the
people
place.
where and so if one of them fell off the shelf. I completely get it. You don't want it going anywhere. You just want it kind of gently bouncing and being absolutely fine and protected, especially if it looks cool.
Well, for me, I am terrible about putting up my cards. And so I'm constantly moving them around and like stacking them. And the cases do scratch. And if I keep them, if
Yes.
I have the Slab Strong on them, they don't touch each other enough to scratch.
Yeah.
And they generally don't. I can slide them. I'm so unorganized that they're always just laying around, so I'm sliding them around.
Oh, I had to get the case because otherwise it would have been carnage, and I would have needed to have ordered a bulk load of Tim's fine product to be shipped over. But no. Here's the thing: scratching, right? So I'm pretty anal about this. I have to have them in. It winds me up when I buy a PSA slab and it gets shipped over and it's not in a plastic sleeve.
Yeah, I know.
Because for me, that's as vital as a penny sleeve on a raw card. You know, so that. Can't believe I'm about to say this, but I want to say it, so I'm going to just mainly see Tim's reaction. So basically, they raw dog it through the mail, just in a bubble mail or
I raw
something like
dog I raw dog it all the time. I'm
Yeah.
raw dogging it right now. You're not going to see me stand up.
Good. Okay, but when it turns up and it hasn't got a sleeve, it's like it's really annoying. So I've got one brand of sleeve that fits most stuff, but when I get the thicker stuff, like the masterpieces, cards especially, the ones I found over here are their sleeves, like team bag kind of one touch sleeve.
Tim's being asked to stand up now.
Therefore, let's stand up together, Tim. Let's do it. Solidarity. There we go.
All right, got the plaid jammies on.
Lovely
Everyone's
stuff.
got their jammies.
It's good. And I've managed to find these ones that are made for Beckett sleeves. But honestly, it's like the loosest thing, and it rustles in a really weird way. So I've been meaning to ask you, Amanda, but now Tim's here, I'll ask you as well. Have you got a good brand recommendation for a nice tight, but not too tight, sleeve to go over a PSA slab that's got a thicker premium stock like Masterpieces or
Well, so like Yeah. So like this right here, literally this. So if you look at this,
Yeah.
And I know you're not talking about with a slab bumper. You're talking about the thicker stuff. So,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
if you've seen one, you know it makes it about like that weird thickness. I have one on there somewhere, but if you see there's a little slight.
Yeah.
But so this
I
is
can live with a little bit. You know, I don't want to be forcing the thing in there,
Yeah.
but you know, I don't want it to be able
Well,
to
for
me to squeeze one end and it move.
Not to like, I work for BCW, but it just so happens you asked a question. This isn't rehearsed, but thank you for asking. So these right here fit as
Move
this
it over.
one.
Graded card sleeves. Okay.
Yeah, BCW.
Gotcha. Right.
Graded card sleeves. I'll send you a discount code.
Well, I tell you what. The other frustration I have is I would love to buy more BCW products. And you know this, but I just can't get them in the UK. I just can't get them over here at all. It's a real pain. But because they've just got, especially the top loaders and the One Touch, the mags, they've just got that little bit of extra, just a hair's breadth extra grace. Because some of the upper deck cards are cut a bit over, especially Black Diamond. And you get yourself a nice One Touch. You know, you order it, Ultra Pro. You know, you get it.
No,
you get your Black Diamond card.
Mm-mm.
You put it in. It won't fit.
See?
Because Upper Deck cut them just a hair's breadth over.
I have a saying, and it's quoted. It's actually in a rap song. You gotta slide your Otani in nice and slow. Just replace Otani with Marvel. But that's not even an inside joke. I'm
not even sure what the first word meant. But anyway, carry on. Yep.
So yeah, just to be honest with you, Ian, it sounds like you just need to take it easy. Because why are you trying to jam it into a?
I never try and jam in. I always try to slide easy. Amanda, you created this. You created this. No one else to blame.
For anyone that's on Instagram who I talked to about this earlier, I said this is how this was gonna go.
You're getting banned.
Oh no! Last pack magic. Why does Ian look so cold? Because it's pretty chilly in here this morning. I'm not going to lie to you.
How many quiblets past the hour is the temperature there?
17.
I don't know how you guys do it. I'm pretty sure.
Well, it's Celsius. It was. I mean, I've put that up to 15. I put my heater up to 15, and it's still going.
Oh, they're like Canadians. They're like Canadians.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm also a lightweight, so you know I don't live in a snowbound country for half the year. We get 2 drops of snow in the UK, and everything grinds to a halt. Seriously,
you see what's going on. You see what's going on around the Great Lakes right now. You should check out like they get it bad. The Toronto and then obviously the American side, they're getting hit right now. I only got like an inch total in Nashville last year.
I tell you what, an inch would have England on its knees, and that I set that one up for you, Tim. But because seriously, the trains would stop. It'd be headline news, schools closed, all this sort of stuff.
It's like when it rains in California.
Whereas over there, it's like everyone just gets on with it because it's like it's just what happens, you know. So it does frustrate me about the British.
Just some 8-year-old freezing kids selling newspapers on the corner still in England.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, along with their brazier where they're roasting chestnuts. Yeah, that sort of thing.
All right.
I think Tim might be the reason that UK Matt disappeared.
Into another dimension.
I actually had questions for Tim. I had thought about.
I think you need to go ahead with them because if you've got any sort of structure,
we're all friends here.
Now's the time. Yeah.
Well, so the reason that I invited Tim on the show is not just because he's entertaining, and I assumed we would get that slab strong bump in our viewership, which we're at 2, so that's pretty good.
Thank you.
But Tim really does have a large non-sport collection.
Oh, I wonder where you're going then.
Oh God.
This is it. He's enabling me. I normally keep it below Top Gear, but You know.
Yeah, he normally kind of reins it in a little bit.
Yeah, you're an enabler.
It's not happening.
So, but Tim has a lot of really cool non-sport cards, like not Marvel and DC, although he does have some of those. But I think
I
like a large chunk of your collection relates back to your living in Rhode Island. It's a lot of your collection's
Yeah.
Providence related. So it's interesting to me how he's curated his collection.
It's like, well, it's all nostalgia, I would say, because the Rhode Island is part of it. But so, like this card here, and I want to get better than her. She knows me, so I always have trouble. All right, so this card here is Major Altitude
Don't let me
from
swoop you. Oh, there's
from the
Ian.
Ah!
oh
We lost Tim.
Oh no!
All right.
oh
What are you doing?
I was trying
You're
to.
all over the map.
There's supposed to be where he'll get bigger.
Yeah.
this is.
You guys are ass.
Are you guys sponsored by Blue Chewer now or something? What are we doing here? Can I just
All
show
right,
my cards off?
let's
or
look
am
at
I
your
gonna
card.
be-
Let's look at your card.
Because I
Let's
feel
Small, far away. Right.
Yeah. So this is Major Altitude. This is from that the GI Joe cards, the one that Logan Paul got jerked around. But this guy's actually from the town I'm from, like literally. So Hasbro is in Rhode Island. So a lot of the Hasbro characters come from cities around Rhode Island. So this is one that comes from the town that I'm from. And then in terms of nostalgia, there was really only a few cartoons that I like really remembered as a kid watching school, like Saturday morning cartoons. So I started collecting my Gargoyle stuff, which Amanda originally helped me with. I'm trying to get a 10. I got a 9.5 CGC in this Goliath card. They're all the same card, but I'm trying to get them in each grade. And then I started realizing because eventually with the 90s stuff, if they're not numbered, you'll have every card. You will collect everything, and then the chase is over. But then I started like, okay, how do I keep collecting? So, for instance, I forget her real name, to be honest with you. Marina Sirtis from.
Here's Ian.
You like her or don't like her?
No, I collect Star Trek.
Oh, okay, so this is a Beckett autograph card. She was the voice of Demona in Gargoyles. So, and then like Goliath is Keith David. He's the voice of Goliath, and then Jonathan Frakes is the voice of Xanatos. So like it was like oh, and by the way, you might appreciate this then. I didn't realize you're Star Trek. So this is my like hardcore memory as a kid. I would have been around 8 to 10 years old when this episode came out. It had to be actually, I would have been 9 because 1991. So I got this one. Do you remember this episode? My favorite episode.
Skin of Evil.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I got a Skin of Evil 9.5, and I have. There's the other one too. I don't see it, but so stuff like that. That's just hardcore memories as a kid for me. Nice. So I wanted to get.
I feel so old. I feel so old. You saying how old you were then? I'm like, oh my goodness me.
Yeah, 91. I would have been. What am I saying here? 9, right? Yeah. So
I was 18.
Yeah. Oh, pervert. Oh wait, I forgot I'm not 9 now. I'm sorry. I thought we had a little flashback. I'm sorry, Ian. I was like, I'm 18. Like, oh, take it easy, buddy. I'm just here to show you my cards.
It happens. Maybe that's why it's called Skin of Evil.
Jeez.
All right, Ian. Tim loves to call people pervert too, by the way. So.
Oh no, I'm good. I'm good with it because he's actually not wrong when it comes to me.
This is my new favorite thing.
Oh, Jake has appeared. We mentioned the word pervert.
Okay, so this is the part of Tim's collection that I'm just like, ugh, I can't.
Man, have another go at making Tim big, and just in terms of the stream, because
okay, so maybe I'm gonna add my card camera, and then maybe I can.
Well, you need the big. That's it, and then just drag it over, and if you boot up your card cam.
Relax, Tim. Relax. You're center stage now, superstar.
Oh, am I? Okay,
yeah.
Why do you hate this part of my class? I don't understand.
Captain Planet is like not for me.
All right, so here's the deal.
I don't hate it.
Who is Captain Planet? I've heard of Captain Planet. Is he?
See?
Well, Captain Planet. So that was. I don't even know if it was a Saturday morning cartoon or not, but it was just a good. It was just a good cartoon about earthy things, and I still like earthy stuff. I like traveling.
Traveling's an earthy thing.
Well, I was gonna say.
Well, you're walking the earth, aren't you? You're like
yeah.
Oh,
what's
you
the
guys
quote?
are just
Like Grasshopper from Kane. Kane from no. Oh, I fucking know. I buggered up the quote. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, there's a quote, and I just muffed
I
it.
don't
Just
know.
move on.
You don't know Kung Fu? You would know it if you saw it.
Is it a cartoon? Is it a cartoon?
No, it was a TV
All he's
show.
got to do is go into the Matrix, and he can learn Kung Fu.
Was it David Carradine in that?
It was.
My cat's trying to bust in the door right now, but check this out. So,
Ian's gonna want to see one of your cats.
Oh, okay. Let me show off this one first, though. You know who Ambrose Burnside is, Ian?
No.
All right. This interview's over then. This interview's over then.
It's going to be reference after reference. Do you know who this? No. Do you know?
Yeah,
no.
And they're all like from Providence or Rhode Island, so don't worry about
it. Do you know who? No.
No, Ambrose Burnside. It was technically from Michigan, because James got a thing, but he was in Rhode Island General. He came over, but you know another way. Actually, no, Amanda.
What?
Let's go. Ask me another because this was rapid fire. I just realized I'm about to tell another story and take 20 minutes.
No, that's fine. That's
about my PSA 5s.
It's I got some more PSA 5s in. That reminds me, I got to see if you need them or not.
Okay.
So one of Tim's many oddities is that he collects PSA 5s.
Oh, that's cool.
That's a little misleading though. I don't collect PSA 5s of things that I don't want to collect. It's not like I see a PSA 5 and just want it. But I would rather have. So my problem is this.
Just one.
That,
like,
I'm an idiot. Yeah. Well, one of my problems is I'm an idiot, and like I would assume I don't have like diagnosed any type of OCD.
Only because you haven't been somewhere to have it diagnosed.
Yeah. I'm worried. So I'm 42. I do not want that thing. I'm nervous. I just would rather have if I'd rather
that's not part of the diagnosing a mental illness possible process.
That's not okay. Now I had another flashback. I gotta call a lawyer. That is not
lobotomizing. What?
That's not I would rather have a 10 of any card that I have. But if I can't have a 10, I definitely don't want a 9. I'll take a 9.5 from like an SGC. But if I'm grading with PSA, I definitely don't want a 9 or an 8. I'll take a 7. But 5 is my favorite number, so I end up collecting 5s because they're cheaper to buy than 10s usually. So I don't know.
Makes perfect sense.
That makes sense.
I like 5s.
That makes sense. 3 is a magic number.
This is my best grade one.
That one I don't get, Ian.
Tim said he had a magic number, and so I just sang a bit of De La Soul. 3 is the magic number.
See, I wouldn't know De La Soul, but Tim would.
Yeah, De La.
I tried to introduce my daughter to some of that, and she wasn't having it.
How about this, actually? For you, since you brought up De La, Sage Francis, Rhode Island rapper, successfully sued De La Soul because he has a band named Artificial Intelligence, and then they came out with an album called Artificial Intelligence, and he sued him and won.
Well, there you go. There you go. Of course, you know about Ghostbusters, don't you?
I have no idea what you just said, except for Ghostbusters.
So Ghostbusters, Ray Parker Jr. was successfully sued by Huey Lewis and the News.
I didn't know that.
Because if you listen to I Want a New Drug by Huey Lewis and the News from the album Sports, it's got the bass line that goes do, 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 and it was directly ripped for Ghostbusters.
That's pretty dope though.
So yeah, so basically I don't know, they've never released the full details of it, because they're all under NDA. So every time any one of Huey Lewis gets interviewed about it, they can't talk. But suffice to say, they will never have to work again.
I was gonna say that's got to be a ton of money.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
It's a good beat too.
Yeah, but yeah, I want a new drug by Huey Lewis and News. I mean, it's got a banging brass section with Tower Power horns as well. It's got the most incredible saxophone lick in it. It's worth checking out. I'm a big Huey Lewis and News fan. Can you tell?
Wow.
Licking saxophones. I don't know.
The National's going to be a good time, I think.
The National is going to be
coming to the National.
I am.
Oh.
Yeah, I am.
Friends.
I still need to book my flight out, but I was keeping an eye as to whether there'd be any Black Friday deals on the flights, but nothing yet. So might have to.
You guys do that over there too?
Well, yeah, retailers have kind of forced it in. It's like Halloween, as they kind of use it as a revenue raise. So yeah, I mean, I had 30, 40 emails yesterday all about Black Friday from various brands, and half of them are just like, oh.
Did you guys David Adams anything today?
I did.
What'd you get?
Well, guess I got 3 boxes of Eternals at $20
Oh
each.
God, that's right.
Yeah,
That's
I would have
right.
got more, but I haven't got the money. It's just been, even with curation. Oh, hello, Postcat. Oh, that lovely little Postcat. She doesn't look very impressed. Is it a she?
No, it's a dude.
It's a dude. He doesn't look very impressed. He's going to show me his butt. Yay! We're friends. You know you're a cat's friend when they show you their butt, which is always what I tell people about me. I'm kind of like a cat, but you'll find out at the National next week.
He's going to rub on me.
No, but I might assume the position and light a fart. I've been known to do that. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, No, even with curation, Amanda, there's so much shit coming out right now that it's like, OMG, I'm only collecting one element of the Allegiance Infinity Trilogy set, but it's just I don't need that layered on top of. Well, I don't know. This is not curation; it's madness. But going balls deep into the Marvel Studios Series 1 set is probably not a very good idea, and I'm probably going to want to do the same for Series 2.
Oh, this is Tim's favorite cat.
Oh, hello, Postcat.
Oh my God, is he 20 pounds now?
Oh, he's so big.
That's cheap. Wow, that hair. That now. Here's a serious question: cat hair and collectibles, Tim. How do you manage that?
It's tough actually because I sort cards too for I sort cards for a breaker on Fanatics Live, and I gotta watch it all the time when I'm putting them in the team bags. It's a little bit annoying, honestly, but I don't think I really notice it, to be honest with you. I try to shut the door, but it only makes the cats want to come in here more.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I leave it open now. It's not that bad, man. It really isn't. I just hate the clothes pot and I hate litter boxes. But other than that, and he just moved the camera. So now,
well, that's okay.
Oh my God, he's enormous.
Oh. He's looking at you like, come to bed, Daddy. I want to cuddle. I'm going to be the voice of your cat.
This guy was the litter, the runt of the litter, found underneath a porch. And he's really like 18 pounds. I would say 20. He's really like 18 pounds.
Wow.
The smallest cat ever, but yeah. So
beautiful. No, our cat is bonkers. She's absolutely bonkers. She's got too much kitten in her still. We think, oh yeah, she's fine. She can come into the living room of our house, and within half an hour, she's like getting behind books on the bookcase and pushing them off. And she's like, my wife's like, no, out. Boots are out again.
She's acting up.
She's terrible. No, she's not acting up. That's just what she does for shits and gigs. She comes in and she fucks things up.
Not my cat.
Yeah. Your cat looks pretty chill.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, mine
Yeah.
doesn't do that either.
Yeah. Does he let you stroke his tummy without ripping your arm off? Yeah. Wow. Okay. If I did that to my cat, I'd be in hospital by now.
Yeah, me too.
No,
Yeah.
this one is like
See, Tim's probably abused these animals into the point where they just
Submit.
allow it. Yeah, they just
Yeah.
allow
no,
it.
he
To
loves
happen.
it.
Okay.
That's cool.
All right.
Okay, but Tim really does also have more cards. Like, I know you have more vintage cards.
All right,
Well,
let
you
me show
had one
you.
that was from 1930s. I don't
Yeah.
think my
So
oldest
you
car
might-
Because
was 1980s.
because I know it's in the blue slab bumpers, so I'm like, ugh.
So when Ian and the boys came over, this is back in the day though. They came over. The Pilgrims had a close relationship with this guy Metacomet. No, I'm sorry, Massasoit. Really good to them. They were friends. Let's call it like this. I'm not gonna. This is one of those situations where they came and slaughtered them all. In this situation, they're actually friends. Massasoit and I'm forgetting the king. He has a son that they're cool for years. He has a son called Metacomet, which he also becomes friendly with the British, and they call him King Philip. So he changes his name. His name becomes King Philip to the rest of the world. But what happens is, at some point, and I'm forgetting the exact history right now, but they want some of the lore back. So there's a war. It's called King Philip's War. It's the bloodiest war in the states that happened before the Civil War. So there wasn't really a states yet. And so Metacomet and Massasoit, their real Native American names, is from where I'm from. So like the whole it crosses in between Mass and Rhode Island where they were, because there weren't really states like that. And yeah, so I think the earliest one I have is, so this was and I didn't know this. I bought the goods. I only know this because it says it on the slab, but this is 1930 post serial. So this was a card, 1930 on the back of a post serial box. It's pretty cool. Nice. I got another 1930s. This is King Philip. And then this is probably either one of these two, but this is the 33 Gaudy Indian gum set, so it's kind of recognizable, the set. This one right here. It's a relatively popular set, so you might have seen the design. But so yeah, stuff like that. So it always relates back to it has to be nostalgic. So my problem is though, and she knows, I've known her, like I said, 4 or 5 years now, is there's way you wouldn't think there is, but there's a lot of stuff that you can relate back to Rhode Island. So I've just been able to build collections, and then through researching these collections to build these, you find out other things and I don't have it next to me, is Fox Mulder's mother is from Rhode Island in X-Files.
Right.
So there's 4 episodes that are actually shot in Rhode Island, and then in the 90s they made a set for everything. So, you just like Skin of Evil, you just find the name of the episode and they usually have a card for it. So it can go all over the place. I don't know if you know who Viola Davis is.
Yes.
So she's from Central Falls, Rhode Island. She has one of those top, like Elon Musk had a card too, top Trump tops or whatever it's called, top Trumps.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. Hopefully I don't ever have to worry about not being able to find cards, and then I just can't, collect anything. But that's usually how it works out. Is I go down this rabbit hole to find out. I collect vintage ships, not vintage ship, vintage like the tobacco card ships.
Okay. Yeah.
Train sets. There's even a set of fire trucks around the country. And Cranston, Rhode Island has a fire truck in that set. So it's really all over the place, though. It's annoying.
So
how about this?
Oh, go ahead. No, you go ahead.
No, I was going to say a couple of years. No, not more than a couple of years ago. So if I wasn't collecting cards, I'd be deep into coins and banknotes. Okay, and I occasionally go near there, especially for American money, because I love it. I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
However, that way lies madness. But about 10 years ago, friends of ours that live in New Hampshire that we often come and stay with bought me a set of the state quarters that were done for each state. And they're kind of in a presentation thing and all that. And I know they then did them for the national parks and shit like that. But have those ever been put into cards, to trading cards?
Yeah.
Oh, who did them? Because I'm going to want them.
Go specifically, I can send you the link, but to make it easier, just type in, I want to say it's either Upper Deck or...
It sounds like an Upper Deck thing.
Yeah, it's either Upper Deck or Amanda, you guys have it over there too. You know the sets that's like what's it called? It has like it's like American. It's not American Presidents, but it's like one of those type of sets where
Is
it's
it
like
Goodwins?
It's not good. It might be Goodwins. There's literally a card. There's literally a card where the quarter is in it, and Roger Williams' statue. It's taken from looking like east over Providence. So the city's behind it. Roger Williams' statue looks like he's looking at the coin. It's like it's only like 15. It's like $15. If you can't see it in the UK, I was gonna buy it in this too. So, but yeah, they do.
I'm just gonna have a little Google.
But it's also like I'm forgetting. But yes, they absolutely do that.
Oh, that's going to be next year's job.
How do you decide which ones you're going to set collect? And it doesn't bother you to have just like a few from other sets?
Well, it's tough. So the most expensive set that at this point I put together. There's two.
Because I know you're like forever working on that hockey set, or that Canadian. Is it Canadian baseball or what is it? Something weird.
Yeah. No, I finished that one. So I did finish that one, and that took me a total of counting grading less than like $800, but like over time. So that's not bad. And I think the most expensive one I bought was a PSA 6. Everything else I got raw and then graded, but a PSA 6. Fred Sline, that was like $260. No, it's tough because there's a lot of, it's not tough. There's a lot of vintage at shows. And luckily, except for a few scenarios where there'll be like actual really good players from Rhode Island, my collection is pretty inexpensive to get. And then the grade is a different scenario, but
yeah,
they're pretty inexpensive.
Brendan is suggesting maybe it's Gypsy Queen.
It might be Gypsy Queen. It's one of those. Yeah, it's like.
Someone on Instagram is asking if your cards are for sale, by the way. I imagine the ones you've just shown us, that'd be a no,
but. Like Mike, so not to
I imagine they must be talking about the ones you've just shown.
Not to brag, Ian, but is he talking about
and my mom likes your cats, Tim. Okay, I gotta find mine.
So what's going on in that photo? What is that? Sorry, I don't understand. You've flashed it twice, and I don't understand what I'm seeing.
You've run into someone who doesn't know.
Oh, okay. So two things. Technically, I have a few doubles of the things I've shown tonight. So technically, like one of my King Philips technically is for sale. But I'll never sell. Like, okay, this is a dumb thing. Before I show that one, this is something stupid. But I own every single one of these that hit eBay, and none of them are for sale. They're worth $5, but none of them are for sale, and I own every one. This is a person from my hometown. He passed away a few years ago, but he's a famous BMX bike rider, part of the original X Games. I have all of them, and I'm going to keep getting all of them.
Wow.
All right, so check this out, Ian.
David, hello. Tim, say hey to Kahana.
Kahana.
He's on Instagram.
Oh. Yeah, so even I always say Topps put me on a card, which they did. And this is graded. This isn't some art card, Ian. This is like, I know it, the background looks crazy, but Amanda did not draw this. I just had the opportunity. A buddy of mine suggested that Topps put me on a card, and they knew who I was, and they put me on a card, and it was one of the coolest experiences ever to get the call from one of the executives at Fanatics, technically, and have them tell me they're going to put me on a card, and then I'm out of the 2023 Topps Big League set. You can pull me out of a pack.
Yeah,
Nice.
we're
Amanda,
talking
are
to
you on a card?
we're talking to an influencer, an official influencer.
No, Amanda, that's a don't try to. Are you on a card, Amanda? I don't know if you
No,
you heard his
no,
question. Oh, okay.
no,
Just making sure.
I did hear his question. Thanks, Tim.
No,
Oh,
I'm just
and then
curious to know if I'm the odd one out here. I thought, oh, Amanda's on a card.
No,
Surely Amanda's on a card.
no,
no.
so this
No, Tim is like legit. Like, if you ever walk around a show with Tim, like, you can't go like 4 steps without somebody coming up to him and saying, like, Tim.
I'm not going to say you're lying, but here's the problem. You're like you're telling the truth, but if I don't like wear the hat or whatever, I still have some asshole. Can I say that?
Yes, you
I
can
know
say
I can
that.
say it in England. I don't know if I can say it on YouTube. Some dude's telling me, "Oh, my cat's attacking my jacket," but some guy's telling me, this guy comes, whispers in my ear. No one would recognize you off the hat, and that's funny to me. Like I don't mind, like whatever. And I turn around, my boy had 0 neck, and was like 350, shorter than me. So let's say 5. But like, buddy, leave the card show, go home. You go home. Matter of fact, walk home. Walk off that way. Tell me, now I'm fired up. I didn't care. You know what? But the best part, it wasn't even someone I knew. I didn't know the person. That's what made it funny. Is like I didn't know the person.
Wow, that's hilarious.
Sorry, my cat started ruining my. All right, you gotta get out of here now.
All right, so Amanda, we've got some Instagram comments coming in here. Dave Kahana 1.
What did Dave Kahana say?
Kahana said he knew you before the big hat, which is true.
Do
Kahana's
you
my
know
boy.
Dave Kahana? Just
Yeah.
out of interest, is
Kahana-
this like? I feel like I'm in a private members club when the guys
No.
come out. It's like
So what's wild is before I could never put 2 and 2 together. I thought he was Kahuna. If you remember that scenario. So
Big
I don't wanna bring
Kahuna
it up 'cause I
Burger,
don't
yeah.
want to- But no, so yeah, there's a few people like I actually have some really good friends that I met in this card world that I met before. Why did I say like before the hat? See what he made me do? Yeah, so yeah, good. These good people.
My life will be forever before this hat and after this hat.
Yeah. No, I have this new thing. I'm 42 now.
Oh.
I lost this total scrub in basketball, so I call it BC, before Charlie. Total scrub.
Yeah.
And if I ever see him, I'm gonna shake his hand because I owe him $50 still, because this dude still isn't grading any of these cards. But I gotta play this kid again.
Yeah. So Ian, in Clubhouse, there's frequently physical challenges involved with sports card shows. So like the National, there's usually like a basketball game.
Okay.
Or I can't remember what show was that. Was that the National? I didn't go.
No, Fanatics Fest in New York.
There was a one-on-one basketball game that went poorly for our friend Tim.
Yeah.
But Retroverse wants to know, can Tim show the BMX cards again? Are they Kev Robinson autos?
Yes. Yes and yes. And dude, honestly, my boy Retro, if you are one of the people that keep losing to me in eBay, I will sell you one of these for cheap, not like. I have 8 now. My highest grade being I have 3 9s, 2 8 I've been trying to get a 9.5 or a 10. But actually, let me show you. This is my. So here's the thing about these two. There's some idiot, and I hope you're watching, moron. There's some idiot on eBay that is trying to sell this card for $1,000.
You unintentionally set a market by doing that.
Yeah, but the highest sales like
we've all been there.
Moron. But yes, if my guy Retro message me if you're interested, I will sell one of them to someone that just the fact that you asked who it was, we're friends. and I'll give you a friend's discount.
Oh, you think Ian's wild?
Well, yeah. Jake's another level. You're stacking Kevs.
I'm stacking Kevs.
You need to start a brand, stacking Kevs.
That's going to be
stacking without the G on the end, by the way. That's how you do it.
That's pretty hip of you. Yeah. I actually started a T-shirt company with my boy Kev, with a friend of mine. Not this guy Kev, because he passed away. That's a weird time to bring that up, Ian. And that might be on a T-shirt. But
well, there we go. Stacking Kev.
Real quick to wrap this up. I think it was 5 years ago at this point. He's an original X gamer. That's number one. Really famous, really good BMX rider, but he set the record for longest BMX jump off a ramp or something, however they measure it, in the middle of Providence, and then he passed away 2 months later.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about your T-shirt company.
Thank you. It's top secret.
Yeah.
We don't want to give anyone else an idea about starting a T-shirt company, so let's keep that in the hush.
I've just Googled Goodwin coin cards, by the way, and I have a feeling there's another rabbit hole ready for me to fall into.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, man. Yep.
That's going to hurt because it's matching.
Do you hate? You ever seen the shredded up money cards?
The what? Sorry.
The money it's shredded up dollar bills that they have in the little window instead of coins.
No, never seen that.
Oh, look up. They have, I think, Obama, Trump. I think they all have from Leaf.
Oh, okay.
Look up Leaf money cards or Leaf shredded. Oh, I don't know if you can get that shipped to you over there.
Money. Well, it depends on the seller, but I've got a US buddy that receives stuff for me, so.
You don't shred up our cash.
You like American? I think Canadian money is way cooler.
Yeah. I've never held or seen Canadian money. Oh. No, I'm just big on Americana full stop, Amanda. That's what This is why the group has started. It has to be official Marvel trading cards, because Marvel for me is an American pop culture icon brand. I've always, for the longest time, I've been influenced by and wanted to go to America.
Do you have Ian? Do you have cabinet cards? We call them cabinet cards. Do you have cabinet cards over in England?
What's a cabinet?
Don't know what that means.
Me either, but we have them. They look like this. So in
I hate that Tim's more organized than I am.
So the 1800s.
I think most people are more organized than you are. Sorry, carry on, Tim.
Well, I guess they were advertisements. So this is from the 1800s, but they're called cabinet cards, and I don't exactly know why they're called cabinet cards.
Wow.
But we had a lot of soap companies in Rhode Island, a lot of tailors, and because of the bar of soap, they're always been around the same size. They actually made soap cards too, vintage soap. It's not just tobacco.
Okay.
So you might be able. I'm trying to think of the coiniest thing I have. I don't think it's a lot.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna the coiniest thing.
I don't know. Aren't we gonna judge Ian a little bit for trying to be a coin guy?
Is that what coitus means?
No, that's something else, Tim. Well, I'll tell you about that when we get to the national.
Okay.
I had another question, you guys, on Instagram. I had another great question for Tim, and it's gone now.
What do you mean it's gone?
Poof, right out of my brain.
Yeah, but it's still not on Instagram. You can't just read it. Did
you say it was from Instagram?
No, I was talking to the people on Instagram.
Oh, okay. Oh, Amanda, we don't say that surname. That you just typed on Instagram. Come on, keep up.
Oh, okay.
Have you drawn a blanco? Got you.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm so I had another question for Tim before I'm afraid we're going to lose him because Tim also can't sit still for very long. He's done.
Okay. Tim, what time is it where you are right now?
1:33.
1:33 in the morning. You're fine, committed gentleman. Look at this.
Oh,
Sticking with us.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. I almost said something like, wait a minute, I don't want that on record. Oh yeah, I'll tell you what. I've been awake for a while now.
All right. The
Wait.
Vizine's working. You're good. Ian, we might have to get you into Clubhouse before you make the trip
What?
over
I
here.
don't understand what you're talking about. What Clubhouse? What are you talking about?
The
Do you know
app.
what an elephant walk is?
I think I've heard the phrase. My mind's drawing a blank.
Okay, well, Google it, not around family members, and then that's what it takes to get in the Clubhouse. Don't Google it around your family. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Or we could just like vote him in as president and vice president of Clubhouse.
Amanda, what's help me?
Okay,
What
so
are you talking
it's
about?
essentially it's
What are you talking about?
a voice app. So like in the morning.
Oh, that thing that was
Yes.
popular during COVID.
There's a
Yeah.
group of us.
Do people still use it?
Yes.
Well, some people use it for good.
Mostly it's the forces
Not
of darkness
me.
and evil, yeah? Okay, right.
Not
No.
me. I like to call people dumbasses, and I like to make really perverted innuendo jokes about the number 2. So I mean, that's like my thing.
But
I'm okay.
outside of that, though, we get a lot of work done in there.
Oh, can I show you my new? Yeah, because you guys are definitely gonna lose me soon. I gotta go to sleep.
Yeah.
But can I show you my new Allen and Ginter 2024? Rhode Island got a mini this year.
Nice.
Oh, that's the one you were giving Fullerton crap because you didn't know that it was only a mini and not a larger one.
Why are we not giving this guy a coin thing for coins for BCW?
I don't have any BCW coin things. Are you going to use a laser weld tobacco size sleeve on that right now? Look at this. I
bought some of those BCW ones specifically for those anime Black Cat cards.
Yes, they look so good in those.
The anime Black Cat cards, I'm at 3 of the 4 plates for that one, by the way. So I've got my first mini plate. But yeah, I'll have a sleeve to put them in. But then I'll have another 50 sleeves that I won't have anything to put in.
You know what I started doing? So that because I understand exactly what you're saying. Luckily, at the time, I was collecting enough things. But I started using them for this, for example. I can't believe I have everything so handy. Yeah, stamps.
Oh, nice.
You collect stamps too?
You know, not really. In 1992, I did. Like, I don't know if you remember this. Well, first of all, you would have been like, what, 40? So
such an ass.
In like 1990 or 92, there was this. If anyone's around my age, I bet Kahana remembers. There was like a stamp book that went nationwide of there's like a dolphin on the cover, and you had to collect all the stamps in the book. I know they did that other years, but this specific year had a dolphin on the cover, and this is one of the stamps. The love, if you remember the dove, the love stamp, that was that year. But anyways, long story short, I had stamps, and I still have them. I wouldn't say I collect stamps, but I had them, and I still have them.
Yeah, it's interesting. Tim does hobby math on Brendan in a hateful way.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, how about this? One last thing before I go, and I'm probably not leaving just because you can't get rid of me. If you want to, all right, check this out. If you like Americana, this is for both of you. Americana plus, this is not really vintage, but Americana plus non-sport stuff. There's a ton of cards. So, for example, in the cartoon Gargoyles, there was this scene, and they made it into a card. So you got like the Statue of Liberty with the helicopter. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. You got Loki looking over the Brooklyn Bridge with the Twin Towers in the background. This is from 1991. So 91, right? Mm-hmm. Let's see. You also got stuff like, well, earlier, this is more recent than one we'll talk about. Pro Set, I think this would have been in the 90s, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So there's actually a ton of Americana stuff like that too from show. Like when I was putting together stuff like this, like I got a bunch of vintage flags too. This is what sent me down a rabbit hole too, though, was realizing that on this Loki card, I think this is 91, right? 91, yeah. that the Twin Towers were there. I thought that was cool. So it set me down this like, okay, if you've ever seen it, they put out a set of jumbo cards for Independence Day, the movie, and Independence Day has, some Twin Tower stuff on it. So.
Okay, wait.
Hits and Chicks has got some requests.
Tim, Hits and Chicks has to be a Clubhouse person. Are they not?
This is one of those things where, like, I'm pretty sure it might be Matt. To be honest with you, I don't know who it is.
They're asking you to lick a stamp live. This feels very Bill.
I don't have a
and they also want you to stand up again. I'm not sure if they want you to stand up and lick a stamp at the same time. That might send them over the edge. In fact, that might be what they need.
Jiggle Billy, welcome.
I don't have a
Jiggle Billy.
I got no stamps.
That's okay. No one needs to see you lick a stamp.
That's okay. Here's a fun thing. So stamps. Amanda, the earliest Black Cat item I have, so mainly it's trading cards, but I've also gone to stickers and stamps because they're kind of adjacent, 1984 Secret Wars stamps. I don't think they're official tender. They just brought out stamps. I think they were with a magazine. I'm not even sure. I don't know.
Are you talking about Black Panther?
No, Black Cat, Marvel, Spider-Man.
Black Cat?
Yeah. That's who IPC.
Who's that?
She's a female kind of cat burglar.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Too. No,
yeah.
Listen, no problem. PSA 5, Rogue.
Yeah, he has a rogue thing like every other guy.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it tingles boys at a certain age, Amanda. What can I say? And then they're hooked. That's why there's so many boys into Marvel cards.
I gotta show you actually, because I do gotta go soon. I'm gonna keep saying it because I don't really care. I'll have to go. I have nothing to do with my life.
What do you have to do tomorrow? Nothing.
No, I gotta show him though. Let's see. What I just picked up in Canada. I picked up the screen worn patches. They might not be screen worn, right? What was that? Where are those? Of you know what I'm talking about, of the Star Wars people.
Oh, Felicity Jones.
Harlem, if your collection's on
Instagram. Oh, no, yeah, Tasha. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That chick. And,
yeah, they're nice, though. Denise Crosby.
I thought you were saying Black Cat.
Oh, my
God.
Yeah,
they come up on my eBay searches, and they vex me terribly. I don't know what set they are.
Oh, how about this, though? Very rare. Not rare at all. But if you look at this set,
God.
No, this
can't
guy
even see it properly because of the shine. Oh, is it? Oh, Kevin Costner. Yeah.
Kevin Costner, Morgan Freeman, Christian Slater rookies. What are we doing here? Go grab yourself some Robin Hood original.
Christian Slater has signed for a Star Trek set because he was in Star Trek VI: The Undiscovered Country in a very brief cameo. The reason he was in Star Trek VI: The Undiscovered Country is because his mother is a casting director and did the casting for that film. And he was like, I really want to do a Star Trek film. So, yeah, there we go.
Okay. Who's the dude that plays Morpheus? What's his name? Fisher?
Lawrence Fishburne.
I'm pretty sure I can't find anything before this, but this is him.
Oh, Pee Wee Herman.
Nice.
Yeah, he was the cowboy. Yeah, real pervert, but actually had a really good career after that.
It's possible.
Anyways.
I don't know if Tim has packs of anything laying around to open.
No, I'll never keep a sealed anything. I actually have one sealed box, but I got it for $10, and it's the action pack with John Madden on the cover because he just passed away. I'll never keep anything sealed.
Really?
Yeah, I'm similar to that.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's the point of that?
I got a ton of sealed stuff.
I mean, they're made to be opened.
No.
Yeah, like, what
literally.
are you doing?
Like, it's just satisfying to have, see that sealed box over there, and it's nice and...
Oh, yeah, it's like, look at all the movies you have. I've never seen any of them.
Oh, people do that. Steelbook collectors. Leave them sealed.
Yeah. It's like, you have such a good movie collection. Which one's your favorite? Like, none of them, because I won't watch them, because I don't want to open them. Like, get over your stuff, Amanda. It's unbelievable. And also, can you send me a box for free for Christmas?
Oh, that's right. We got to set up like a Clubhouse Secret Santa or something. Oh, but I've already told Becca that I want you, and I already know what I'm sending you. You're gonna hate it. I can't wait.
I'm spreading the love at Christmas, Amanda. I can see.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
Actually,
take my strong hand. You know what I'm saying?
I
I gotta
actually,
go. I have to go.
Tim, you look like a man who needs sleep.
No, I've had a lot. This has been a lot of fun. I gotta go to bed. I actually slept. We had pizza at 9, and I was like, I don't think I'm gonna take a nap. And then I woke up in an absolute haze of nonsense at 11:55. Took a shower. Text her to send me the link. She didn't text me back, but it's my fault. I didn't go look at the actual message where
Carlos.
she did send me.
Okay, Carlos just showed up. Carlos, look, he's here. He made it.
All right,
Made it.
one last question. One last question. My
Carlos-
people are telling me. My people are telling me I have to go.
Okay. Ian, do you have one last question for Tim? Because I see a lot of Tim.
Oh, dude. I'm not going to get into it. It's too long. But Neville Pather is an absolute scumbag.
Who?
Don't worry about it. I just wanted to say it.
Oh, hang on. Is this related to those funky Instagram videos that I've seen?
Yeah.
That you've put up.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. They're very entertaining. I've got no idea what's going on, but they're entertaining as fuck.
He is
and
excellent with the Pinata Farms.
And I understand the burn.
Yeah. My thing is this. I figure if I make enough memes about it, that eventually Chat GPT will pick it up, and you'll be able to ask, "Is this guy a scumbag?" And Chat GPT will be like, "Actually, he's the biggest scumbag ever to live."
What you want is to get to a place whereby someone Googles scumbag and he's one of the top 10 image results.
Or teabag, or yeah.
Or douchebag.
Trash bag, yeah. Ooh.
Or handbag.
Or scallywag. Anything that rhymes with bag and that is disrespectful.
Can we make it a thing? You've got to get the word scallywag into conversation in a normal everyday situation with a stranger at some point over this weekend.
With a stranger.
So think about it. If you're going to go and order coffee, if you're going to order groceries, if you're going to go to the movies, just have a conversation with someone that works there and get the word scallywag in.
Time out. Do not say it to your therapist or a doctor. Don't say, "Oh, I got a scallywag down there."
Or your proctologist.
Don't do none of that. Don't do that.
I don't have a proctologist. I think I probably need one.
Yeah, no, I got
Yellow Pages.
Why
are you? Hold on a second. Are you supposed to have one, or do you go to?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just wondering. You know, I'm in my 50s now. Aren't you supposed to get things checked when you're in your 50s?
See if they got a 2-for-1 deal, and you and I can go together and just get this thing cleared up.
Let's arrange that for the Chicago for the National. You know, like people go to New Orleans and get absolutely shit-faced at Mardi Gras and end up with tattoos and some sort of venereal disease. Well, at the National...
Tim has a tattoo. We didn't get to touch on your tattoo.
Did get to touch his tattoo? What?
We didn't get to touch on it.
Oh.
Ian's got a good point. People usually get tattoos together. We're going to get clean bills of health.
Yeah. Well, let's do it earlier on in the National rather than later.
We got to save the tattoo story for the second interview.
Okay.
Yes.
Of me.
Let's do this again.
So. All right. I love you guys.
Tim.
You're a beautiful man. I can't wait to meet you.
Thank you.
Take it easy.
Talk to you soon.
Right. Are we still here? Retroverse is offering to stick his finger up my ass for a small fee. Brilliant. Okay.
Yeah. Tim is always an adventure.
That's yeah.
That's Hurricane Tim.
Wow. That was good. I feel cleansed. I feel like I've had there's a black space where he was on the screen. It's just like vast blackness. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Here I am.
He just leaves emptiness behind where his large personality was.
Blackness. What's going on Instagram? My X-Men collection is insane. Harlem Scaly. I've got a load of X-Men bubblegum cards from, I think there might be Canadian release. Do you remember Jonathan Omega Hunter?
I do.
Yes, he's kind of dipped out of the hobby now. Good guy, really good guy.
Yeah.
He hooks me up with a set of them. Anyway, I'm going to pass them on soon because they're not for my PC, but they're gorgeous. So yeah, I don't know. I just happened to mention it because Harlem Scaly on Instagram said that their X-Men collection is insane. Well, do you have the X-Men bubblegum card set?
Okay, so Carlos is saying that Tim was quite reserved and restrained. That's accurate.
Is that because he had a pizza at 9 o'clock and had a nap?
I suspect that was because he's not sure what he can or cannot say on YouTube. Although
okay.
That gives you like a good idea of what we're dealing with.
Okay. All right.
And then Brendan's asking if it's a Cards HQ tattoo. It is not a Cards HQ tattoo. It is a Pastime Sports tattoo.
What's Cards HQ?
Cards HQ is Jeff Wilson's shop in Atlanta.
Oh, Jeff Wilson. He's the guy I saw doing loads of content about Marvel cards a few years ago.
Probably.
Along with the great curator.
Yeah, probably. But Pastime Sports is owned by Ken, who is a friend of ours, who owns, I think he's got 5 or 6 shops in Canada. And it started as a bet on Clubhouse again. And it turned into, for a certain number of dollars that I won't disclose because it is not my story, Ken would carry Tim's slab bumpers, and Tim would show up at the Vancouver Expo and get Ken's SOAR logo tattooed on his back.
Okay.
And so that happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was a hobby event.
Yeah. My goodness me. So Amanda, I haven't read this yet, but the latest edition of Non-Sport Update kind of occurred to me that you might have it.
I don't
If
have
not,
it.
go and get it. Creepy Cards.
No.
I think it's actually focusing on an RR Parks set, Halloween set, but and they do quite a lot of good stuff.
I have gone to that website to subscribe 3 times, and I just never actually pulled the trigger.
Just go down to Barnes and Noble and buy it. You have a Barnes and Noble or something like that?
Yeah, no, we do.
You have shops where you live? I don't know.
Yeah, I do have shops.
Yeah. Hits and Chicks, I'm with you on that one.
Oh, okay. Now I'm fairly certain I know who that is.
Amanda, you're like post-traumatic stress disorder. You're like PTSD. Does Tim normally have this effect on you?
No.
No.
I'm just.
Not really. Do you want to talk Batman DC?
Yes, I do.
Because you need to go back to a happy place. I can tell.
Yeah, no, Tim's
fine.
I'm
all about the happy place.
Tim and I, we get along fine. He's great. That was actually very he was on. That was good behavior.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Were you expecting more, or different, or worse?
I just never know. And then on Carlos's show previous to this, as Carlos pointed out, Tim is certainly not fine, but we're grading on a curve. I think Tim was promoting the show as the Brit, the Best, and the Bird. So
okay,
it was.
I can understand how that could be triggering.
Okay, so anyhow, DC Upper Deck.
Talk to me, because this is your moment.
I know, I'm so excited.
So for those into DC trading cards, go to Facebook and go to DCCW. It's Amanda's new hood for all things DC cards.
It is. Thank you, Tim, for joining on Instagram. So everybody act right. Tim is still watching.
Oh.
Okay, so Upper Deck released a weekly set for the 85th anniversary of Batman, and they were kind enough, for anyone who didn't catch it, to let Ian and myself be a part of the rollout, essentially. And that was, don't say like you weren't there.
No, I'm just agreeing with you. I don't be like my daughter. She tells me off for saying stuff like that. Like, why are you saying? It's just what people do in conversation. They respond to
I
what the other
don't know.
person is
It
saying.
was so neutral. I'm like, what is that? So
No, I just wasn't sure where you were going. I wasn't sure where your destination was. You were still talking, you see. So I was just like, I'm along for the ride.
Oh,
Are you
thank you,
giving someone a hard
Retro.
stare? What's that?
Retro's got to scoot. He's got to go to work.
Ah, you're being fancy. I get reluctant acknowledgement from UD. There's a lot of people I wish would get reluctant acknowledgement from UD. Listen, I just want to be on a Marvel card. I think Upper Deck might have missed the boat on that one. I wanted to be a bystander in Legendary or something like that. But I think you have to work there to do that.
They still have Legendary though, right?
Do they still have TCG license? Do they still have Marvel for TCG?
I think
so. No, I know Legendary's their thing, but I wasn't sure if they'd lost Marvel across all the different kind of types of property.
You know what? I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, DC.
Yeah. So both of us got to do fun preview videos. Gem Mint did week 1.
Mm-hmm.
You got week 2. I got week 3.
Week 2, and it turns out Instagram won't post a video longer than 15 minutes.
Yeah. Well, you could have posted it on your YouTube, but it would have been like
I don't have a YouTube for Happy Place.
It would be like crossing the streams.
Oh no, it wouldn't go on the Marvel Card Collectors one.
Yeah.
But I don't have a YouTube for the Happy Place cards brand yet.
Are you thinking about it?
No, not really.
Yeah,
it's hard enough keeping up one. It's hard enough keeping up one. I mean, I just look at the subscriber count and I'm like, I mean, I know the numbers and the followers aren't the measure of if people are enjoying your content or not, but I look at the follower count and I'm like, I don't know. It's not exactly encouraging.
Yeah, but your engagement is really high.
Is it on YouTube? I don't know. I don't know what the metrics. I don't know what the metric for success is on that front. I don't know if you what does good look like? That's the thing. I just simply don't know. So, anyway, it is what it is. So so the thought of starting another one is just.
Yeah, I got you. I know. I'm thinking about combining.
It's just a bit daunting.
2 of my Instagrams because I can't, like, even just having multiple Instagrams is just.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. I'm about to bail on all the Twitter accounts. I joined Blue Sky on my personal.
Oh, I just joined Blue Sky today.
Yeah. But because fuck Elon Musk, quite frankly.
But it's just like one more thing though.
Yeah, and it's all adverts as well. It's impossible. I mean, you thought Instagram was bad on X. You can't literally. I can't see anything of value from people I follow without going through quite a few steps. It's a real pain. Plus, it's like I've always described Twitter as this, kind of mockingly, because there was always some good stuff to outweigh it. But now it properly is true. It's that line from Star Wars: "A hive of scum and villainy."
Mos Eisley Cantina. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We must be cautious. These are not the droids you're looking for.
Yeah.
Move along.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay, but in moving along.
So week 2, yeah. So I did week 2, and you did week 3.
Yeah.
Which I watched, and then I, hot on the heels of that, watched your Guardians of the Galaxy free break with Billy.
I did. Okay, so I actually am going to bring on my card camera because
you express ships in week 1, didn't you?
I did. Maybe. All right, how do I? This one.
There it is.
And I was pandering. I was what Tim would call a pander bearer. I switched out my. This is now a DC Villains uncut sheet from 1995.
Okay. All right, that's fine.
I swapped out my Masterpieces uncut sheet for an Arkham Asylum poster. Put it back here.
Wow.
Just to really lay it on thick.
Wow. Okay. Crib dressing. I love it.
All right.
They'll never get me doing that.
I wanted to see. Are these the 2 that you need?
Yes.
Do you want these?
Yes. Okay. I like the look of those. I've got a box. So here's a plug. So tomorrow's episode of the Marvel Card Collectors podcast will be streaming live on YouTube at 9 a.m. EST. and we will be cracking a box of Upper Decks Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
So these are actually really nice, and they're numbered. I keep forgetting they're numbered.
Oh, are they numbered? Oh, I didn't spot that. Yeah, because they're like the suspended animations, aren't they?
$3.99 and $1.99.
So oh, okay.
I'm not going to collect those, so I'll put those in your pile.
Brilliant. Something else for me to chase.
How many are there, I wonder?
Oh, God.
Well, this one's number 7, so there's probably at least 10 because Upper Deck are a-holes and they won't give us stuff in 9s. Sorry, Billy.
And I like the way that whenever I brought it up, they blame it on the vendor. It's like, you tell the vendor what to do.
Yeah.
You're hiring them to print your product.
I think probably both of us are harassing them about it all the time.
No, it's a cost issue. They won't. It'll be about wasting the 10th card on sheet.
Well, you know what? Make us promo cards.
They managed it in the 90s.
Make super rare promo cards that are that 10th card or something.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
No, yeah, they managed it in the 90s.
Yeah.
It's not, and Rittenhouse still manage it now. So.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
You know, either find a different vendor, or stop talking out your eye. I'm sorry, it just really winds me up.
I know, I hear you. You're fired up, as Tim would say. Fired up.
Fucking
Collector's Den. Hello.
I'm not as fired up as I was when I was opening Marvel Studios Series 1 and we got onto the Collector's Choice cards. Boy.
Oh, you didn't like those?
Oh, honestly, I think the expression I used was they make my piss boil.
Wow, that's a good one. Save that one.
Yeah, no, I facsimile autographs pretending to be the character. They make me so angry. They're a waste. They're taking the space that a good card could have.
Yeah, I think that's one of the big complaints with what's coming out of Topps currently.
Oh, don't even get me started.
Right,
if you drop money on a facsimile character autograph, then as far as I'm concerned, you have CTE and you need to get help.
I don't have a problem with that.
Not that I'm judging. No, I am judging what other people collect. I'm not telling them what they can't collect. This is a thing. Right. And here's a thing. Okay. I've seen this typed by people on social media recently. They go, stop telling me what I can and can't collect. My response is, I'm not telling you what you can and can't collect. You can collect what you like. You can poke it up your bum if you wish. However, I'm allowed to judge you based on what you collect.
That's fair.
I'm allowed to judge you based on what you collect.
I don't mind the facsimile autos.
Is the wrong answer.
Well, no, I don't mind them.
You have a different opinion.
That's fine. That's fine. Started boiling. If they're in a set meant for children, or like a very introductory, like super, like
I get it if it's a Disney set aimed at 5-6 year olds.
Right, but none of the price points on the top stuff and the price points for Marvel Studios do not reflect that those are sets for children.
Yeah, like Snowman, who needs a warm hug from Frozen. I'm blanking on his name, and I should know this because I've worked on Disney on Ice for 15 years. But him, I can imagine. Yeah, that'd be fun. My daughter would have loved that 3 years ago. She would have absolutely loved it. She's now aging out of that. However, she is mad as anything to see Moana 2. But I digress. But yeah, the Daredevil one. The Daredevil one is you had an opportunity to be creative with this. Okay, you could have done it in Braille. You didn't. You chose some font that looked like Daredevil may have written it, and I'm not being funny, but the guy's
Daredevil.
blind.
Wow.
I know you can. I know that he can like see shit with his hearing, and he's got like these incredible senses. But can he actually write? Because you can't see that with sound because it's still static.
Yeah.
Actual text is and you see Matt Murdock both in the comics and in the series using Braille. Yeah, Wolverine, for example, they could have just cut. They could have done something. They could have done something inventive if they were going to try that with those characters for the first time, and they didn't. They, quite frankly, they shit the bed. So when I opened some of those in Marvel Studios Series 1, you've got me going again, Amanda. Marvel Studios Series 1, and I was like, they're all in the same font. They're tiny on the card, so they're not well executed. So I seriously questioned the decision making that chose to include them in the set.
It was part of the hockey carryover.
But no, there are points at which you say you don't carry over. Right. Okay. So we're going to build another Titanic, and we're going to build it exactly the same as the first one, even with the faults in it that made it sink so quickly in this situation. We're not going to make any improvements at all. We're not going to finesse it. We're not going to refine it. We're just going to carry it over.
Those are probably very.
No,
I feel like you just rolled up a newspaper
work.
and smacked me in the nose.
Honestly, Carlos. Probably, Carlos gets it.
Yeah, those probably would have been very nostalgic for the hockey crowd, and not so much the Marvel crowd.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, but it's a Marvel set, so.
I know. I got you. But
back to this.
You have a whole podcast to rant about Marvel cards.
Oh, and I have. I've had that rant. I've had that rant.
Okay, so these are like Ian was saying, I did rush home some of the new DC cards.
I love that Art Deco bordering they've got.
So, initially I was like, oh wow, they went with like the top 10 issues, like thick bordered. But then looking at it closely, it's the Art Deco. Like it really stands out when you get them in person, which is like super appropriate.
Oh, that's nice for that silver. Yeah, that's nice. The backs of these disappoint me a bit. They remind me of the Panini cards that came out with the sticker sets.
The backs aren't great, and I'm a little bit bummed that the numbering on the numbered parallels just say 1 of 85. It doesn't tell you it's like 3 of 85, 5 of 85.
That. Oh, that annoys me. Right, we're on things that annoy me.
Yeah,
today, and so that bugs me.
That's kind of a bummer, but I still think this set, and I am biased because I'm a massive DC fan, but I am pleased with this.
I only bought 1 pack of. No, did I buy 1 pack? I've got 2 cards on my ePack account. I can't remember how many packs that is.
So these are already like doing what all cards do on ComC.
Yeah,
so I think I can get you a set. I'm going to put sets together, I think, as giveaways as we hit milestones in DCCW.
To be honest with you, the ones I'll probably really want are the you see, because this is tough for me. Week 2 was perfect for me because it's the movie posters, and that's my DC when it comes to Batman and stuff. But I do also collect comic cover cards, but I've only ever done it for Marvel.
You got a Jim Lee there. This one's, I think there was a Brayfogle that was my favorite here. I like this one a lot.
How do you pronounce his name?
Brayfogle?
Is that how you pronounce it?
I think so. I don't know.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was Brayfoyle, because it's with a silent G kind of vibe going on. He's dead now, so we can't ask him.
Carlos, I think, Ian, correct me. Did they say that they couldn't get the Adam West Batman stuff, right? Did they say that in your?
That's right. Yeah, they couldn't get the rights, I think, to the movie that came out. So what you've got on the card, the first card number 11, I think is the title screen,
which I thought worked. I thought that worked.
Batman series. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, it is what it is. They've got to if they want to include that, that's what they had. So,
I feel like we both got really lucky in the weeks that they gave us.
Yeah. No, it was cool. It was a good time. So I did post the full length version to Instagram, but it got cut off. So I subsequently posted it in DCCW. So if you go to my happy.place.cards Instagram, the link to the full version is in DCCW. Obviously, you need to join the group to be able to see it, but I think it's about the same length as yours, about 33 minutes.
I think so.
I know exactly how long it is. It's 33 minutes, 15 seconds, because I remember looking at the time codes on it repeatedly as I was trying to get it to correct.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so basically, I can imagine the guys at Upper Deck. It's like you had one job. I was
but if you had a YouTube to host it on, you'd be fine.
Well, yeah, but I did say it was going to be, Instagram's where I'd be putting it.
And, I don't. TJ was so easy to talk to.
Oh yeah.
But I could have gone for like an hour and a half, no problem.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's probably good that he had another meeting to go to. We got
Yeah,
into
that's
some
what
stuff
they told me
afterwards that I'll
too.
talk to you
That's what
about
they told
privately.
me too, Ian. So
Yeah.
maybe that they were just like, okay, this is what we're gonna say, because otherwise these nerds are
Well,
gonna keep you
yeah,
here for
yeah,
like
yeah.
an hour and a half.
Basically, the last couple of times Grant has been on, he's been like, I've got a hard out because I've got another meeting. Now I can understand it with Grant.
Yeah,
I can understand it. And actually,
yeah,
in the background, I could see people knocking on his door, going like this.
yeah.
But TJ's never in meetings. Yeah. He's
Yeah,
just
I was like, okay,
playing with
that's
his action
fine.
figures and designing
I'm like,
cards.
that's fine.
But TJ's a dude. He's a really nice dude.
Hmm.
I've got a lot of time for TJ, and he knows his shit.
Yeah, that was one of the
He's a
things
comic guy.
I was very excited about.
Mm,
Like I have all kinds of respect for the guys who've been making the sets.
mm.
Tony, Billy, everyone we're friends with at
I
this
don't know
point.
Tony. I
So
don't even know
Tony,
what he looks like. Has he got
I
a big
don't
beard?
know.
A lot of them have.
Yeah. No, Tony does for hockey, he does SB Authentic, which is my favorite set, and I know
Okay.
he's working on some of the DC stuff.
Okay.
But it's
All right.
exciting to know that there is somebody on site who is like that deeply invested
Oh my
in the
goodness.
source material.
Yeah. I mean,
And
he's a
when he
nice
was,
little awards judge.
yeah, and when he was talking about matching the artist to the character, which
Yeah.
is so
Yeah.
huge, it was like really
Yeah.
excited about that.
Now, the thing that excites me about it is the fact that the weekly achievements are previews of the DC Metal Universe set they've got
Hmm.
coming out. Not to be confused with DC Metal, which has just come out from Cryptozoic.
Right.
And those art choices will only appear on those preview cards. They're not going to be repeated in the set. So it is a proper separate card preview set. And
Yeah.
those I'm tempted to go after, but I'm not sure. Are they limited? Or is it just you have to get all 10 cards that week?
You have to get all 10 cards that week.
So they're not that limited.
They're not. So like I've
I can
seen
pick them up.
like I think I saw Harley Quinn was already on ComC for like $12.
Oh, okay.
And I thought she would be the expensive one at this point.
Yeah, because week 1 was Catwoman.
Was an Adam Hughes Catwoman, really nice.
Yeah, that's right. And what was week 2?
Was Robin.
Okay, all right.
From 0 Hour, that cover. So I'm excited. I'm excited. So the next so next week is the animated. And the week after that is, and I'm only saying this because the checklist was revealed. Like I'm not sure why they released it early.
Oh, really? What, for future weeks?
Yeah. Normally, I don't think, like for weekly, I don't think they gave us that for Marvel Weekly.
No, they didn't. No. Well, we knew what because remember it ran in 4-week cycles.
Right.
So every 4 weeks you got a reveal as to what the next character cycle was going to be.
But I don't think they gave us like the whole thing at one time.
No, they didn't. No. Even with Unbound. I mean, I don't know.
Well, now this current version is.
Well, yeah, but I don't know if there'll be is year 3 finish. What's going to happen with the rest of the year? Anyway.
So that's gonna. All of year 3 will be released. That's all I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Reminds
me, I've got something to show you afterwards.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
So, Julian, there will be a Dark Knight set. I'm pretty sure. I'm trying to think of what they've announced so far. They've announced Batman Metal.
They've announced Annual.
DC Annual. Fleer Ultra Superman.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We know there's going to be DC Masterpieces. They've said that.
Oh, okay.
And I think that's all. And then this weekly that's coming out.
I'm so glad that I've just got some relatively obscure characters that I collect. Well, one of them's less obscure than the other, but Starman.
Yeah.
The more famous one that's definitely going to be coming up by all accounts, and Hitman.
Oh, wow. So I wonder if they'll do anything with Hitman.
Well, it's the kind of thing that would appear. The thing is, Hitman crosses over quite nicely. Batman's in some of his issues. Superman's in some of his issues. So he kind of crosses over. So he could appear as a character in Masterpieces or in any of the focused, Fleer Ultra sets. Because they have a decent base set. I mean, look at some of the obscure characters that have turned up in. I mean, if they do Flare, That's the perfect place
Yeah.
to pop up.
Oh yeah.
If they do a DC Flair, because that tends to be the more obscure characters.
DC.
So yeah,
This is gonna make me a set collector again. I think I'm having like this weird
the
like
beautiful thing about this is that I won't be. That's the thing.
yeah.
That's I'm the opposite.
Yeah, I'm just getting kind of like burned out on the whole like character collecting as a label. I don't know if
Well, that's because that horse is flogged massively
I
in
think
some
that's
parts
what
of
it
the hobby.
is. Like, I don't
Yeah.
need like a manual on how to do it. I don't need like
Do your own. I mean, tips and
yeah,
tricks
like
is one thing, but there's only so many times
all
you can
like the
do things.
labeling and like do you
Yeah.
have to do this to be a character collector?
Yeah.
No, you can have like 3
Master character
cards.
collector and all that.
Yeah, like, just
Just do your thing.
relax.
Yeah.
And then I'm thinking like if I'm gonna so I rainbow bullseye. And then like, okay, well I like crossbones. Let me rainbow crossbones. Okay, well Taskmaster, he's in there too. Let me do that. Why don't I just collect a set? Why don't I just go back to doing that?
Well, that's what I started with Eternals. I started Rainbow in just a couple of cards, and it became a couple more. And then before I knew it, I was like, "Whoops!" I've got another 15 physical boxes incoming.
Yeah.
But no, it's interesting. I've been like that with Ego because I now collect Ego, the Living Planet. Not the Kurt Russell version, although he's a very handsome man, but just the comic version. And if I see something that I like, I'll pick it up. But I've not done the whole spreadsheet thing, and I'm not going
Right.
necessarily, I'm not necessarily going for all the different tier 4 variants from Masterpieces 20 because it's like. But I spotted a really cheap French issued supermarket brand of cards on eBay, and I bought that for a couple of bucks from a French seller. I've got that
Oh, that sounds
because
cool.
it's just bonkers little crazy images of stuff.
Yeah, I
So
bought damn,
it's just a fun little side quest.
I wish I had them handy. I bought like from like 1985 Panini Care Bear stickers. They're like sticker cards.
Oh,
I'll have to bring those to a future. Yeah, like
Care Bears. Care Bears.
yeah, they were so
Did you
cute.
guys have Teddy Ruxpin,
We did.
the talking bear?
Mhm.
Yeah,
With the
back
I think he just
I,
had like blinky eyes and his mouth,
and his
like the
mouth
bottom.
moved.
Yeah.
Yeah. His mouth moved. Yeah, and it was nippy if you weren't careful. The back in the day at school, of course, us boys gave him a different surname,
Okay.
Teddy Foreskin.
God.
We were like 12
Imagine
when it came out.
imagine if young men used their powers for good.
It doesn't happen, Amanda. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen because the girls are all off being very grown up and giving us shade. So we have to entertain ourselves somehow.
That's
Anyway, but yeah, I'm looking forward to just like dabbling here and there. I'm also, it comes to a point. I yesterday, and I'll talk about this more on the MCC pod. But I breathed a sigh of relief that Black Cat wasn't in Unbound Year 4 because I'm kind of like, enough. And then on the same breath, it's bittersweet because they drop a Woman of Marvel set through David Adams,
yeah, I saw that.
and I'm like,
I bought the
now I'm
checklist
just like,
really
God.
quickly.
Oh, I haven't had a look. I mean, I'm sure she's
Yeah.
in it, but she's on the box. So,
Oh, is she?
mind you,
She is on the box.
yeah,
Like, whose art is
she
that?
is.
She looks good on the box.
Oh, I don't know. It's been used somewhere else.
Okay.
It could have been the art from anime. I'm not sure from the the street level card. Looks like it actually. Now I think about it. Anyway, but I can't remember what I was about to say. Bugger.
So you didn't check. So now you're seeing. You
Now,
were
well,
relieved that you didn't have to chase Unbound,
I
but
was
then you're
relieved in
seeing this other
Unbound, and
stuff.
then I'm thinking she's probably going to be in that one. Well, I mean, she's on the box. Then, having said that, Black Cat was on the digital wrapper of Marvel Weekly Year 1, and she never appeared in it.
Oh, that's right. She was really prominent on that wrapper too.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh.
I loved Marvel Weekly.
Yeah, I need to get. I had it all, and then I offloaded it. So,
I really like that.
How dare you even? Sorry, I'm behind looking at the comments. How dare you even suggest such blasphemy? What's that related to?
I think the blasphemy is young men using their powers for good.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That is pretty. You know that bit in Game of Thrones where she has to do that walk and everyone's shouting shame at her?
Yeah.
I think Carlos is suggesting that. Possibly. Only maybe without the naked through the streets of a Croatian city.
We have to have Carlos come on at some point.
I've started following Carlos on Instagram.
So Carlos had.
I need to check out his podcast.
Yeah, you do. It's really good. And he shared something tonight that I really was interested in, Carlos. I know you said you were going to share that in the notes, I think, for your show. And I only saw it for a second because I was trying to like get ready for this and do other stuff. But it was an article that had something to do with like collector burnout and like the signs and
yeah.
And I was like, wow, that like just scanning it really quickly, I thought, oh geez, that's like kind of relatable. So
I have talked about that on the podcast with the former co-host, and it was actually a really good convo to have. But you know, I'm
Jake has multiple accounts. Did you know that?
He has got multiple accounts. He has got multiple accounts. There are Jake is in many forms. It could have been hits and chicks for all we know.
Okay,
I'll check that out, Carlos. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, he touched on it a little bit as I was like coming through the room, and I stopped and looked at it, and I thought, oh yeah, I think that would be something interesting to look at.
Your card cam is still up. Are you about to show us more, by the way?
Yes.
You covered something over. I just thought.
Oh, you know what? It's actually not covered, although that does
okay. I thought it was deliberate.
Dip into my hockey a little bit. This is just like a random pile, but so this one, when I was going through trying to get all my DC stuff together, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get this one to show very well, but this is from the 95 Villains set.
Okay.
And this is a lenticular insert. There's a promo version that says promo across the top, and then this was a redemption.
Oh, okay.
And okay, so can you see?
That's how it works.
So it's Two-Face, and he's facing a window as like Harvey Dent, and then he turns.
Gotcha.
And then you see that he's Two-Face. The Two-Face, I think you can see better on the back.
Oh.
So you can see him shooting the viewer there. But it's actually, they did a really good job on this one as far because we were just
whoa.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's an up-down one. Right. So it's a Sky Motion one.
Yes.
Yeah, there's some Star Trek ones of those.
So we were talking about not really caring for lenticular like 3D.
Yeah, some of them when they hit.
When they do them.
Yeah.
So there is another.
They don't work for splash pages in the middle of books.
No.
Which is why I think it's such a shame that Marvel Annual had those because nice idea, but I just don't think they worked.
Hockey. These are you'll recognize.
Oh, is that Outburst?
Yes, from Marvel Studios. Okay. So that's the red. This is a Z-Force from Hockey. We have Z-Force in Marvel.
Yeah.
We don't have doubloons.
Z-Force, as we call it over here.
Plates. Okay, so those are just Hockey.
Now you'll be proud of me, Amanda. I am now on the green Dazzlers for Series 1. So the Dazzlers are in Series 1, and they're in Series 2 as well. But I haven't seen Blasters for Series 2 yet. But
so did they do? Hockey has pink, green, blue.
Yes. So the blues are the most common, and then you've got pink. So blue and pink are in hobby boxes. The green are only in blasters. So and there's 30 cards. So if you were going to go for all three variants, you'd be collecting 90. So I've been focusing on the blaster ones because I think the blasters will come and go and disappear. And I'm now 7 away from finishing the 30.
Oh wow!
I won 3 more overnight. So I'm gonna get that green set nailed, and then I'll loop back and pick up the blues and pinks as I can.
I think Hockey also, Carlos, correct me if I'm wrong. I think Hockey also has orange. I don't know if there's any more. I like
some of them. You know, the characters don't quite work, but some of them look nuts. But the weird thing is, you're seeing that character effect on them. Some of them I get for $2. Some of them I bid up to $40 on. Hello, Elizabeth Olsen as Scarlet Witch. So I've noticed that on a lot of her cards in that set.
Yeah. All right.
So
Anyway,
yeah, it's really interesting.
actually,
Anyway.
maybe that's a perfect segue into. I also have some more cards here.
Sorry, you showed me those, and it made me think of Dazzlers. And I wanted to tell you that we just happened to.
Oh no, yeah, no, I do. I have hockey dazzlers. All right, so I did find some more. So these are, I think these are a
they
mix of.
lenticulars? Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
well, they're like 3D. So this is actually
Vampirella?
it is Vampirella. This is Joe Jusco.
Oh wow.
Vampirella. So yeah, I
So are
guess it
these
does.
some of the
It does.
kind of the really rarer hits from the FPG years?
No, these are more modern, and I'm really wobbly on these newer sets. These are like Bragent. Is it
Oh, it's
Bragent?
Dynamite. Yeah, Bragent. Yeah.
So I'm just kind of like, I've had these, and then as I'm putting together one of my Whatnot streams, I was going through.
They've put out some really good Red Sonja sets in the last few years as well.
Yeah, I have. I just had some promos from. I don't know. Some of these cards, I don't know where. Like, I got this Red Sonja one, which is nice and gory.
Oh my goodness, that's more like a hack slash one.
Yeah, Dynamite.
Touche. Oh well, okay. I have a
Really
sketch card by him on sale on eBay right now.
Let's see.
It's like you're a dealer at a casino with these.
I know.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for. Oh, here it is. So I love Linsner and I like Red Sonja. So I was excited to find this one.
Oh, nice.
And they did a really nice.
Oh, yeah.
I was just thinking, like, oh my gosh, this is getting late for you, but no, it is not.
No, it's early, and I'm absolutely shattered.
But they did a
Oh,
really.
That's nice. Wow.
Yeah,
Look at that. Promo, yeah.
A really nice job on these. So.
Oh.
I just, if any card companies happen to watch this, like it's really fantastic to get
really nice
promo cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's
keep
fine.
Making promo cards, folks.
Make them con exclusives. That's fine.
No, don't, because quite frankly, it make it more difficult for me to get them.
Oh, that's right. I'm
just going to look at the non-sport ones because I have a feeling there's a Batman one here. Yes, there is. I have a Batman promo card. I don't have card cam set up, so I'll have to show you on the big thing.
Okay.
But with non-sport update, you get promo cards, of course.
All right, here. Let me switch you. I'll switch you to the larger camera.
I'll just hold it up to the thingy. Just want to quickly show you this. I just suddenly thought of it. So this is from Cryptozoic Batman Hush.
Oh, I'm excited for that set.
I've never heard of it until literally now.
It's going to have on-card Jim Lee autos.
So, because they've just released Metal, which has got that as well. But is this them rushing to, like doing what Upper Deck are doing? They're rushing to get their DC product out before the end of the year?
I don't know.
I'm assuming that
yeah, I would guess,
DC
right?
Would be a similar situation.
Yeah. Damn, that came with the non-sport update?
Yeah. And the other promo was...
I gotta get that.
It was Pumpkin Puke Puzzle. So this is an RR Parks Halloween.
Oh, that's actually cute.
It's a bit nuts. There's quite a lot going on. The artwork is by John Smitty Smith. He's available for commission at, and there's a link of about 7 different ways to reach him. I think we've slightly overdone it.
Well, I mean, we all have that now?
But literally, look at that list.
The two of us who just signed up for Blue Sky today.
I know. Well, only on my that's the thing. Weirdly, I do keep my personal kind of brand, as it were, which has been my nickname since college. I do keep that separate from any hobby feeds.
Oh, okay.
That's just my choice. So I've signed up on Blue Sky, but it's not for the podcast or it's not for this. It's just my personal one.
You might want to grab that just so no one else grabs it.
Life's too short. They can have it. They can have it.
Okay, you and Carlos are like on the same, like, is that like a little more effort than anything?
Well, it's not that. I'm really time poor at the moment. With the family and, around my wife's work, my work, looking after the kid, trying to keep fit, doing this stuff. Do you know what I mean? I just don't have
that's why I'm the one fumbling trying to get like these lives going.
Yeah.
Doing my best.
Oh, I'm getting lives going. I'm just not getting them going here. I'm getting them going somewhere else. Do you see what I mean? I'm already putting out a fire over there. so,
Yeah.
So yeah. I mean, you just have a cat to look after. You don't have a brood.
Yeah, that's plenty. That's plenty
Yeah.
for me.
Yes. Where
So
did you
are
go for
you
Thanksgiving, by the way? Were you there, or did you
what?
go be with your sister? Where did you go for Thanksgiving? Were you with your sister, or did you?
Oh yeah, with the family here. We're all local.
Yeah.
We're
Oh,
all
okay. I didn't know. I know very little about you apart from the card stuff.
I know. Apparently,
It occurs to me.
I've been told
You're a
several
woman of
times in the
mystery.
last couple days that I'm mysterious. I had no idea. It was news to me.
Yes. Yes. But did you have a nice day?
I did. I did.
Good.
It was nice. And I was going to ask you if you enjoyed yours as well, but you don't have that.
That was Thursday. So yeah. No, I took a half day leave off work, actually. So I did do something a bit for me. In the afternoon I went to see Gladiator 2 at the cinema. Or at the movie theatre, as you guys call it.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't even know that was out.
Yeah, it's absolutely bonkers. I highly recommend it.
I never
Especially
go
if
to
you
the
enjoyed the
movies
first one.
anymore.
Yeah, no,
I'm spoiled by like
I
instant
barely go
streaming.
to the movies anymore. I'd love to go. I used to go like multiple times a week.
Really?
But, yeah. Yeah.
She like duh.
Duh. in a past life, I had a job where I was on a 4-day week. So I'd work Monday to Thursday.
Oh,
So
that sounds like
effectively I had a
heaven.
3-day weekend every week. So on the Friday I'd always go to the cinema.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is also, new release day.
Yeah.
Similar to New Comic Day for those on a Wednesday kind of vibe. But yes, what was I going to say? So yes, going back to Batman just quickly. How many weeks is it? Is it 6 weeks?
It is 5 weeks. So
5
next
weeks.
week.
Okay.
So cover your ears, anyone who's listening and doesn't want to be spoiled. Next week
Spoilers.
is animated Batman.
Okay.
Which I'm excited about because I really like Phantasm, and I'm sure there's a Phantasm card. And
Does
then
Batman Beyond fall into that?
Yes.
Okay.
And then the last week is vehicles.
Oh.
So I was very pleased that they gave me villains.
Oh. Working. Carlos, I'd have been right there if the working title had been Gladiator 2 Electric Boogaloo. Opportunity missed. I'd have been even more there if it had been Gladiator 2 TOO. Or even Carry On Gladiator. So yeah, no, it was good. It's completely nuts. It's brilliant. Denzel Washington's amazing. Denzel Washington, such a good actor. They named a city after him in America, and a state.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, I think we might be wrapping, Amanda. I can feel it.
I think we might. So we didn't open anything this week. So next week, we'll open some stuff.
We didn't. No,
or not
I
next
mean
week,
I've got.
next show.
What have I got to? What have I got to? Well, I've got.
I have a box of Steranko.
I've got Jeffrey Jones over there.
Okay.
I've got more. I've got so many because the boxes have got so many packs in. I've got more Michael Kaluta. And there's another Monster Pieces, but I think we're holding that in case you got the artist.
Oh yes. Oh my God, I need to email him again. He was so nice.
Yes. Which I imagine they'll be doing an e-pack release of at some point.
Yes.
So it might be worth checking with our friends at Upper Deck when that's coming out, so we can maybe time it.
That would be good.
Yeah. And that way, that'll work for everyone.
Yeah. Let me do that. So are you going live on Sunday again with the?
Yeah, tomorrow we're going live. We took last Sunday off because my wife had a half marathon. So, tomorrow. So we're going to be talking about Unbound 4, Year 4, which is a complete surprise.
Yeah.
And we're going to be opening Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and it's all about. There's actually an awful lot that's happened in 1 week in Marvel cards.
Yeah, there really is.
So we're gonna be it's just a bit like WTF.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So I think I'm gonna do this week. I'm gonna do a standalone review of that Otherworld TCG. They were kind enough to send me a Kickstarter box. So I want to
Oh,
open
okay. Yeah.
and review
Nice.
that for them. And I'll just be over there in DCCW if anyone wants to join. Come on over. I think so. We hit 400 yesterday.
That's pretty good. Jake, it's always 2 p.m. UK, 9 a.m. Eastern.
It's so early.
Americans.
So
I know.
early.
Yeah, I know that doesn't work for you, but it's the only time I can do. Because when I finish, I have to go and cook dinner and then do
if you can get up early for this, I can get up early for that.
Well, if you're more than welcome, but don't stress because it is always available to watch afterwards. It remains on the YouTube channel, and then we release the audio episode version on the Thursdays. So.
Oh, okay. All right. I knew you were releasing them separately. I wasn't sure what the schedule was for that.
Yeah. Well, I'm behind on releasing the last audio version. I had an audio catch-up week a few weeks back when I released 5 weeks worth in one week.
I forgot. I have
what you got?
These.
I can't see because you're on the small screen.
I have so much Marvel.
Oh, Marvel Annual. Oh,
I can't open it here. I got to do a standalone.
I Marvel Annual. I didn't get a box of that this year, and I need one.
No, I had to buy this
just because it looks good.
Yeah. So I bought that one. I have an Anime 2 box. I have another box of What If. I just like when I go to these shows, I just grab a box of like whatever.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? When's your next show? When's the next? Is it kind of quietening down? Do they?
So the next show is actually like a very strange event. It's going to take place in Denver at I Want More Comics.
Ah, right. That's a couple of weeks, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. I will be there the 11th through the 15th, and Boyle is not here tonight. I hope he's fine.
I'm looking at the timings of that. I think that might be when our next one of these is due.
Yes. So I'll be doing it from the warehouse or from the shop.
Okay.
Which I think will be fun.
Yes, because the 13th for you, 14th for me will be our next one of these.
So
how exciting!
I think we're opening 10 cases of platinum and 10 cases of matriarchs.
Did I just hear that just sold out on EPAG?
Yeah. Okay. So I saw that in group, and then
I saw it in passing in group. I saw someone mention it, and I was like, "What?"
And I was like, "Wait, there wasn't like and then I was like, "Oh my god, I missed Ian's show last weekend. They must have done a countdown for it to sell out." And then you just said there wasn't a show. So did that just happen? I feel like that.
Yeah, I think it's happened since I've been to bed. It's happened in the last 8 hours.
I'm surprised there wasn't more of like someone noticed there's only 10 cases left. That usually happens.
I don't know. Well, it's difficult to say because they're running Pack Wars as well.
Pack Wars is still available. Those packs are still there. I saw that.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. So we're going to open
that's really interesting.
20 cases total. It's going to be me, Izzy, Keith, Vizosi.
He mentioned he was going out. Yeah.
There's a rumor Speroni might attend. So I'm excited to see.
Doesn't turn up for our podcast, so if he turns up for yours, good luck.
So I don't know if... So who else? Oh, and Pete? TC Walt?
Oh, yeah, because he's local, isn't he? Yeah.
Yep.
Where is he tonight?
I don't know.
He's probably ruined from all the group moderation he's doing.
Oh my god!
Broken him.
Oh, he's good too. The new mods are so good.
Cool. I think we've lost almost everyone on Instagram. I think I'm the only one watching. They've all gone to bed. I've got it open. It says one watching, so that's me. I'm watching myself because I like to watch.
Yeah, so that's the closest thing to a show that's coming up soon.
Okay.
That's December.
That's going to be disturbing in wonderful and equal measure.
I want to get. There's a show in Montreal that I want to get to in February, but I don't know. The weather might be insane.
Oh yeah. That's going to be. You as a Californian native, I'm right. You're a Californian, yeah, but you're not on Instagram, Jake. You strike me as the kind of lady who maybe doesn't do snow very well.
I've never had
conditioned for it.
I don't know. I've never had to interact with snow.
What?
I saw some leftover snow the last time I went to Denver to Keith's shop.
Do you want to build a snowman?
It was like it was just like hard ice on the ground.
Yeah. When it gets to that point, that's about 2 weeks in.
Yeah, I've never seen like snow.
Wow.
Snow.
Wow.
I mean, we
Wow.
do have snow here, but it's like you have to go to the mountains.
Well, yeah. California goes quite a long way up.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, wow. Okay. So I've been watching a lot of Deadpool recently. I watched Deadpool Wolverine again last week, and it's the "Do you want to build a snowman?" line that makes me laugh.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of those.
Haven't you? Well, it's a euphemism for cocaine.
Oh, okay.
Because the
God,
whole skit is that now it's a Marvel with Deadpool Wolverine. Now it's a Marvel movie. They can't talk about coke, so they talk about different ways to say cocaine.
Okay.
And they're like, nope, they know that one. No, they know that one. It's a really funny little scene. Hopefully I've not spoiled it for you because it is very funny. They deliver it
I'm
far
not.
better than me.
I am the only non-Deadpool fan on the planet. So.
Anyway, all right, Amanda.
Well, thanks for hanging out.
I'll always love you, Helen.
Oh, it's time to die.
It very much is.